When the trailer for this game got leaked a few months ago, I thought to myself, God damn it, does everything need to be leaked? Then proceeded to watch the entire trailer anyway. After watching it, my immediate thoughts were, Fnaf mixed with Undertale? I was a little skeptical about this game at first, mainly because I don't really play Epic games at all, aside from the original Super Mario, some NES games, and a little Undertale. But I feel like the return back to 2D was very much for the best in this game. After playing through the game, when it came out a day early because it got leaked in Japan, or more likely because 5 Laps of Freddy's was a disaster, what are my actual thoughts on it? I feel like this one was kind of obvious since the game was based off the first Fazbear Fright story, which, having read that book and barely remembering anything at all, was honestly pretty accurate and cool. Are the Fazbear Frights books canon now, just like the stupid Pizzaplex ones? I hope not. I really hope if there are more book games and this is just a whole separate canon, because it would be a nice change of pace for the confusing lore this series has set up past UCN. Anyways, I love the 2D style of this game. It works so well, and I feel like it really proves that simple graphics equals real fear when executed correctly. I stole that from a Natural Spiff thumbnail, lol. The game design and gameplay really complement each other, though I do have some issues with the gameplay. I don't know, you'll see in a bit. Speaking of gameplay, this game really takes the whole concept of Fnaf and just adds to it. Obviously, there's only so much you can do with free roam games and sequels that have to bring something new, but I feel like it's kind of weird that Security Breach and Help Wanted 2 both have Fnaf at the beginning, because you only spend a night at Security Breach, and there are only a couple office minigames in Help Wanted 2, but this game mostly makes sense of the whole 5 Nights shtick. I think it's the most loyal to the 5 Nights format the most out of anything since the movie, this time with a lot of originality. Of course they were going off the book, but who cares? The sound design in this game is pretty good, no real issues here. I like how in the jump scare sound for William as I call him in this game, I will die on this hill, you can audibly hear him tearing into Oswald's flesh. Yes, I find children dying funny, in 5 Nights at Freddy's games at least. And finally, I decided to remove this part because it's really not that scary of a game. It does still have some good horror aspects, but you get used to it pretty fast. And overall, yeah, there are my pros for this game. I mean, it is a 2D story game and a horror game at the same time, so it's probably pretty expected that the game asks you to find a bunch of stuff, but the game being a fetch quest is pretty much the entire game. Not unexpected, doesn't ruin the game, see what I did there, but personally just makes me mad. For whatever reason, I don't know why, the autosave in this game is worse than Skyrim. Anytime you're doing a task and William just pops out of some random door and one-taps you, chances are you'll spawn either all the way back at your house or in the present-day ball pit room, not to mention the fact that you can't save yourself. Why? I seriously don't have a goddamn clue. It pisses me off, honestly. William, so good old willy-nilly. Pretty cool in this game, not gonna lie. Character design, great. Story significance, great. Menacing aura, great. However, aggression and RNG... Every time I would go into the old world, content warning, to try to trap a rat, or every time I need to get into the kitchen to free the one girl in night 4 or 5, or whatever else, there he is! And even if you hide under a table or an event, chances are you're screwed. Oh, and if you die to him, like I mentioned previously, have fun going all the way back to the beginning of the night! Now, my issue isn't that there's a threat in a FNAF game, it's that he will show up out of literal thin air. You can literally see him spawn if your RNG gets that bad. There are also hardly any instances in this game where you can go around him or, you know, break his ankles, which, okay, but like, why? You might be confused as to what I mean by door mechanics, and maybe you are also confused as to why this matters at all, but no. Every time you enter a different room that's unlocked in this game, there's about a 50% chance that the hitbox for this door thinks that you meant to go back through the door you came from. And oh, small bug, whatever, until this happens when William is chasing you. Yeah! Now when I talk about disliking the characters in this game, I don't mean Oswald, or his family, or Jeff, or William, or any of the kids, past or present. I don't even mean any of the human characters, I mean the core gang. Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. Foxy is completely missing from this game. All you see of him, technically, is the Pirate's Cove that's always closed. I guess he is out of order, and maybe Mega Cat is trying to set up for Step Closer, but that's kinda stupid, if so, if you ask me. Oh, so why is Bonnie thrusting? Overall, I give this game a solid 9 out of 10.